What's up, YouTube? It's your boy SWAC Buzz here, back with another video. All right, so we had a very eventful week this weekend out of all the SWAC games that happened. But first, if you like content like this, I do SWAC videos all the time, so make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you'll know when the next video drops. But yeah, we had an eventful week this weekend. We had some history being made, and it was a very good look for HBCUs this past weekend. First thing I want to talk about is Jackson State versus Alabama State game. It was a good competitive game in the first half, but then, Jackson State took over in the second half, ran away with it, won the game 28-7. But there are a few things I want to talk about outside of the game. Jackson State had one of the largest homecoming crowds they ever had. It was 55,000 people in attendance, and that's just not counting the people outside at the tailgate. And I'm really curious to how they do the counting, because it just seems like it's impossible to count all those people. I know they probably count tickets sold, but come on, man, it has to be more than that, because that stadium was packed like damn near to capacity. And you still have people walking around the runway, and then you still have people under the seating area still walking around. So I don't know, 55K, it seemed like might be a little more than that, but hey, it still was a great thing. They beat out Mississippi State and Alabama attendance. Mississippi State and Alabama, they're playing the reigning national champions, and Jackson State had more attendance than them. So Jackson State trying to show people who run things in Mississippi. So yeah, I thought that was a beautiful thing, man, just for Jackson State to show the world that they can do something that big. And I'm pretty sure a lot of schools in Mississippi are getting on notice, because you have that going on, then you have the celebrity showing up to the game, you have all the viral videos that went on with Jackson State, with young Dolph in the locker room with the kids, and then you had that viral video they had singing the Who Won't Smoke song. So just seeing things like that, it's going to bring a lot of attention to Jackson State football program. A lot of kids and recruits are going to be wanting to come to Jackson State because of all this. So man, it's definitely dope. I just love what Dion is doing with the program so far. Number 38, Sonton Marshall, got a scholarship, full scholarship. His video went viral as well, man. It's just such a beautiful thing to see these kids that work hard, don't complain, come in, do what they're supposed to do, earn their way, and they're rewarded, So I love his story. This kid was a cameraman last year. A cameraman, y'all. He was holding the camera, got his way on the field, and stepped up when he had the chance, and the rest is history. Now he's on full scholarship, and that's just such a beautiful thing and a beautiful story. Jackson State is now ranked in the FCS polls, which is awesome, man. I think they was ranked last week in the coaches poll, but I think they're on the official poll now. I mean, I don't really care if Jackson State goes to the FCS playoffs. Whatever happens, I really wouldn't care. I mean, the FCS playoffs would be cool. I would definitely like to see what Jackson State does against FCS teams, the top FCS teams. But if they decide to just go the Celebration Bowl route and they perform well in there, I'll be okay with that. It's always next year. Jackson State will be even better than what they are now, and they'll probably be better suited to go to the FCS playoffs next year if they decide to do that. As for the other games that happened this weekend, one notable thing that happened, FAMU won. They beat Alabama A&M. At the end of the game, they came back to win. I think they were down 12 points in the fourth quarter, and they came back to win. So that was a big significant win, because they're still right on Jackson State's heels. They still have an opportunity to go to the SWAC championship if Jackson State happen to lose a couple of games. So we'll see what happens with that. Alabama A&M, they've lost 3 in a row now, so that's really bad for their program. I think they're pretty much out of the hunt, in my opinion. I don't think they're gonna have a chance to go to the SWAC championship. Prairie View is still looking good. They're still looking like a force in the West. and Alcorn is still on their heels. You know, they're still, you know, chugging along, but from what it looks like now, Prairie View is going to be the ones to represent the West, and Jackson State look like they could be the ones to represent the East. So, I mean, Jackson State versus Prairie View SWAC championship, I think it will be real competitive because, I mean, it's two great quarterbacks. It's going to be a game that we won't have during the season. So, you know, Alcorn versus Jackson State will be a rematch because they play during the regular season. So I think more people will probably want the Prairie View versus Jackson State game because it'd be something they haven't seen yet. All right, next we had Southern. They beat UAPB. They beat them down too. It was like 34-7. So yeah, shout out to Southern finally getting them a win, a good blowout win versus an opponent. And you know, their season hasn't been too good this year, but hey, this was expected. I expected them to not have a good season because of the new coaching staff and things like that. So I mean, it's just part of the deal. Like, you just can't pick up right after a coach leaves like that. So it takes time. But shout out to Southern for getting a good win. Grambling also beat Texas Southern this week. You know, Grambling, man, they're always going to keep chugging along. So Grambling's going to have a decent season this season. I thought they were going to do way worse than what they're doing now. So shout out to Grambling for doing okay. You know, y'all having a decent season. And, you know, just keep the thing rolling. And I think the future is bright for Grambling. If they can put on some good recruits after this season, get bigger in some areas to match these other schools, I think Grambling will be a force to be reckoned with. But yeah, y'all, that's what's pretty much happened in the SWAC this weekend. We had some good games. Jackson State really put on a good show this weekend. I like that HBCU schools are getting a lot of notoriety right now. Like, a lot of fans are coming and getting excited about the sport. They're getting excited about all the news that's going on in Jackson State and other SWAC schools. So yeah, man, this is a beautiful time for HBCU football, specifically SWAC football. So yeah, man, what's going on right now is definitely great, and it just needs to get bigger and bigger and bigger. I want to see Jackson State get to a point where all the home games look like that homecoming game. We get to the point where all the home games look like that, players from all over are going to want to come to Jackson State. We will get some 5 stars then. We will get a few 5 stars if all the home games can look like that. So Jackson State fans, y'all keep showing up. Y'all keep showing out. That was a beautiful thing that we displayed this weekend. We showed the world that HBCUs can pack out big venues and have wonderful attendance, as well as these SEC programs and other schools like that. So yeah, man, if y'all like the video, make sure y'all like and subscribe to the video. I do SWAC content all the time, so make sure y'all like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll know when the next video drops. I've been loving this YouTube journey, man. It's just been a beautiful thing, interacting with the people, interacting with the fans. So yeah, I'm definitely loving it. So make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel so I keep bringing the content, and I'll see you guys on the next video. All right.